Hello all, I am Himma Ravindan. I am from MCA department. I am choose the topic for the assignment is TCP/IP protocol suite. Hereby I am starting the presentation. The term TCP/IP stands for Transmission Control Protocol slash Internet Protocol. It is a suite of communication protocols that makes data exchange between two devices possible. The TCP/IP specifies how data should be packetized, addressed, transmitted, routed, and received on network by providing end-to-end communication. Comparing to the OSI model, which is a theoretical model, the TCP/IP is an application and practical model. The TCP/IP started as one of many internet protocols created by DARPA, which stands for Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency in the United States in 1970s. It was later adopted as standard protocol for ARPANET, the modern internet predecessor. It is now International Standard for Internet Communication. What is TCP/IP model? We can say the main goal or motive for the creation of TCP/IP model is to allow communication over long distance between two devices possibly. It also assists or helps in how data between two devices is transmitted over the internet. The TCP/IP specifies how data should be packetized, addressed, transmitted, routed, and received on a network by providing end-to-end communication. The TCP/IP model consists of four layers, which are all application layer, transport layer, network layer, and data link layer. Each layer is responsible for particular task according to the protocol. The TCP specifies how application will establish communication channels across a network. It also controls how message is split into multiple data packets sent over the internet, reassembled in order that destination addressed. TCP/IP compared with OSI model. On this slide, we can clearly see the TCP/IP model and the OSI model is compared. On the OSI model, there are 7 layers, which are all physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and application layer. On the other side, which is a TCP/IP model, there are only 4 layers: application layer, transport layer, internet layer, and network access layer. As the comparison between OSI model and the TCP/IP model, the OSI model is an theoretical model only, but the TCP/IP model is an application and practical model. How does the TCP/IP protocol work? Whenever we send things like a simple text message or a file or a video message over the internet, the TCP/IP model divides the data into many packets according to the four-layered architecture. The data goes in order from the sender side, and on the receiver side, it follows the reverse order and it's finally reassembled. The TCP/IP is based on client-server communication model, which means that a user of a first computer sends a service request to the second computer, such as forwarding a web page. The TCP/IP uses point-to-point communication, which means the data is sent from one host computer to another within a defined network border. The TCP/IP model provides both efficiency and standardization, and it is the one of the biggest reason why the TCP/IP model always work. On this slide, we can clearly see how does the TCP/IP protocol work. On this side, the sender side, the sender is sending the message or the data. The data goes in or the goes in the order like application layer, then host to host layer to the internet layer and the link layer. On the receiver side, the data goes in the it follows the reverse order, which is the link layer, internet layer, host to host layer, and the application layer, and in the data receives the receiver. Layers in TCP/IP model. The TCP/IP model generally consists of four essential layers, which are all application layer, host to host layer, also known as the transport layer, internet layer, we can also say the network layer, the network access layer, or also known as link layer, the application layer. Uh, this layer performs the function of top three layers of the OSI model. For example, application layer, presentation layer, and the session layer. The application layer, it is responsible for node-to-node communication and controls user interface specification. The HTTP, SMTP, Telnet are some of the essential protocols. Host-to-host layer, also known as transport layer. This layer is similar to the OSI model transport layer. It specifies how much data should be sent, when and where at what rate. The message from the application layer is built upon this layer. The TCP, which stands for Transfer Control Protocol, and the UDP, which stands for User Datagram Protocol, are two significant protocols of this layer, Internet layer. This layer is also known as network layer. The Internet layer primary function is to send packets from the source or computer to the destination regardless of the route. The Internet layer or network layer provides functional and procedural means for sending variable length data sequence between nodes access across multiple networks. IP and ARP are two significant protocols of this layer, network layer, or uh, we can also say this is a link layer. Uh, it specifies the physical transmission of data over the internet. This layer handles data transmission between two adjacent devices on the same network. It also determines how bits should be optically signaled by hardware devices that interface directly with network media such as coaxial, optical fiber, and twisted pair cables. Use of TCP/IP model. It provides a suite of communication protocols that allow data exchange between two devices possibly, or in general, we can say that it makes the internet possible. We are all aware of the importance of text communication in today's environment. For text communication, flow control and error control are mandatory because the text size is minimal and it must deliver with minimal error to the right person. So the TCP/IP model handles the following operation to ensure the transaction between sender and receiver in order and error free. Some examples of the online text communications are WhatsApp, Instagram, and Google Chat. Possibilities of online banking. Internet banking is possible due to this model because it provides reliability, efficiency, and security, making it possible for users to use such facilities online. Online gaming and video streaming are possible because TCP/IP model, which provides flexibility in choosing connection-oriented or connectionless transmission. Due to this flexibility, broadcast sports and events over a mass audience is possible. TCP/IP provides very functional like DNS, DHCP, virtual private networking, or piggybanking, etc. This feature allows end users to use the internet without fear of losing their privacy and integrity. Advantages of TCP/IP model. It is a set of open protocols. As any one institution does not own it, it can be used by anybody or any group. It is a client-server architecture and highly scalable. It allows the addition of new networks without disrupting existing service. It is an industry standard model that can be used to solve real-world networking problems. It is interoperable, allowing two different systems to communicate via a intraneous network. It assigns a unique IP address to each device in network such that each device has its own unique identity over the internet. It is challenging for humans to remember the numerical values compared to the alphabetical names. To solve this, TCP/IP model also provide DNS service to provide resolution between alphabetical domain names and IP addresses. Disadvantage of TCP/IP model. The concepts like service, interface, and protocols are not distinguished. As a result, describing new technologies in new network is not appropriate. This model was created to be used in wide area network. It is not designed for tiny networks such as local area network LAN and uh, PAN, which is known as pervasive area network or personal area network. It is not generic. As a result, it cannot represent any protocol stack other than TCP/IP. It cannot, for example, define a Bluetooth connection. It is not easy to replace protocols.